This is why we keep in here. They're finally getting a chance to water. I'm trying not to give them too much water. I don't want to make them too muddy because it's going to freeze again tonight. I was looking for my water tester. She's not here. So, don't know where she's at. The little is always here to approve of water. But we're about 10 degrees above freezing right now. Not if that, with the wind chill. And so the ducks think they're supposed to have some water time. But it really isn't that warm. But if I don't let them play, they bust it out to go over there to play. Yeah, so, yeah, last night when it was below freezing, they were over there. I caught 2 of them in the duck pond, in the duck pools. So we're going to try to give them like maybe half a pool. They're supposed to have water to breed, and they are breeding. But, like I said, it's going to get down 27 again tonight. So we don't want to encourage them by having too much water. I don't want them to be too wet. So we're filling their pools halfway because they were totally empty. Yeah, I know. So we'll see what they do with that. As you can tell, it's not going to stay clean for very long. So we're just trying to figure out where all the geese are because this is not all of them. Ah, here we go. Here come the rest of them. They heard the water was being run. There's my water tester. Way in the back, little. See how small she is compared to the others? Yep, there's my runt. Yep. Now the chaos will ensue. Yep. I was missing half of the group. And see how big of a difference that made? Noise level and chaos wise. Yeah. Goldie's like, yeah, you had to bring them all. Yep, getting your water time. Here come the littles. I know. They're so horrible. Yeah, we try to keep them out of the water when it's going to be at freezing or below freezing. Because we do have... Waterfowl will go hypothermic. And how you find out they go hypothermic is that they will just crawl off and they will crawl into a ball and they will crawl out of the water and they will freeze. And it's sad, but it does happen. So we try not to let that happen. So we just pull our water. In some pens, it's good that you can do that. They normally are pretty good about self-monitoring. But because they're domesticated livestock, sometimes they don't understand that. The guineas are really good about it for the most part. These guys are pretty good about it, the Muscovies. The runners, we try to give them limited water. We let their pool get really low, so that's why we're giving them water now when it's sunny. And it's warm for the day, so they can be like, once it's dirty, we don't want it anymore. But these guys have access to water 24/7, so they don't think it's really that big of a deal. And they're more wild than the domestic breeds. Right, little one? We know better, right? Look at them. They're not getting their whole body wet. They're just sitting there getting a drink of water. They said, no, it's not cold enough to get in there yet, Mom. Or warm enough, I should say, not cold enough. It's too cold to get in there, is what I'm trying to say. A few of them did get in, and then they got out right away. We're the runners. And the geese, you can see, are not quite as smart. So, that's the way of putting it. Yeah. This is what you get with domesticated stock. Domesticated, wild.